Hey, it's your girl Monique 69 Ways Johnson, and I'm here with my co host Nita the Diva, and we
Hey,
are here to, you know, recap review the last episode of Shogun, the
out
season finale or the series finale. Who
series.
knows?
Yeah.
The way it ended, it could do a season two. Okay, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah. Um, what did you think about the finale? Was it up to par? Was it like mid?
I thought they stuck the landing. I felt like they didn't really. The only thing that kind of misled me in
Mm-hmm.
this particular series is the title, Shogun. So I thought we was going to actually see him ascend to Shogun. But other than that, I feel like the episodes have really been really patient, deliberate. They weren't trying to promise us battles and all this stuff. It always felt really understated. It was like here, there.
Yeah.
So once I thought about it with the finale, I was just like, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense what they did. I think where they were trying to go was him being the strategist that he was,
Mm-hmm.
the moves that he was making to
Right.
get to that. But I still feel the title sequence. You remember how they do the whole thing, and then they kind of it's very patient, and then at the end of
Yeah.
the title, it crumbles down, and then you get to see Shogun. So I still thought that the title and the title sequence, that whole thing, I thought we were building to that. But I would have been
I,
pleased with more, but I felt
yes.
like it was fine. It was
That's why I said it could be a season two because the way it ended, we didn't see
fine. Right.
the actual war.
Right.
So that's why I said it could be a season two, but who knows? But
Yeah,
if
like
this thing,
we don't want to draw it out for like 4 or 5 seasons, but we could do another season or two. I feel like shows be in their prime from season 1 to season 3, season 1 to season 4. That's when they're in their prime. So they could have stretched it out a little bit.
yeah, they could. It was. I guess this was like the aftermath of what happened last episode because last episode was it ended off with a bang. Okay, and
Yeah, yeah. Usually
that's
the
basically the aftermath.
yeah, episode 9 is always that, and then we get the fallout from that
Right.
and the resolution. So I felt
Was
like
that
we
a resolution?
pretty much, no. I mean,
That's why I say season two.
y'all let us know in the comments. Do y'all think that you got some resolution? I felt like the narration, how it was going to play out, kind of. I felt like
Yes.
that kind of satisfied my whistle. Like I was like, okay, all right, I got
Yeah, it
it.
would have satisfied me as I know we was getting a season two. Okay. That's all time I would be satisfied. Okay. But yes, let us know what y'all thought of this episode in the whole. Oh, let's say hey Daria.
Hey
Who
Daria,
I
hey
see?
Matthew, are you back? I hope you are. Come on back.
Come on
Yes,
back.
yes. Y'all let us know what you think about the episode. If you're watching on Twitter, come on in, join the conversation on YouTube. Monique 69 Ways Johnson. Tap in, get into the comments, and let's talk.
Yes, let's talk about it. Let's get into this episode, shall we? I'm just letting you guys know. I took half notes because it was a lot of dialogue. I
Okay.
mean, a lot in this episode. So I wrote down what I could. So I'm just letting you know. And we're just gonna go off memory. Me and Nita.
Okay. Did you do the fandom page that I told you so you can keep on track?
Nope.
You did. Okay, okay, I got it.
You got it.
Yep, we got it, baby. Let's go.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Oh, is it echo?
Oh, is it?
Okay.
It, should, it shouldn't be.
Okay. So the episode started off with what looks to seem like the future. Um, there are two boys named Nigel. They in this room. They looking at this chip sword. Um, one boy said the chip sword is because grandfather used it to fight off a whole army of Japanese assassins. So it's like this old man in this bed who looked like Blackthorne. Well, it was Blackthorne because due to my
Yeah, it was him.
uh yeah, due to the what's that called captions, it said Blackthorne. So
Mm.
and his eyes, you cannot deny
He
his
got
eyes.
cataracts now because he's so old.
Yeah, yeah. So it looked like a future. And when I saw this scene with him in the bed and he holding on to the cross, and I see these two little boys, I'm like, is this his story he telling?
Right.
You know how you have a
Yeah, I thought it was a flash
past?
forward.
Yeah, other was like a
But we do realize later on that it's a dream. So
yeah, it's a dream. That's why it's called
dream.
a
But
dream of a dream. So yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, that would be dope though if this was his story he telling, but it's not. It's a dream. Um, and then we get into him on the ground and what's his name? Yabu was screaming, telling him to get up in Japanese. John was discombobulated from the explosion, so everybody was
yeah,
screaming and hollering, and then he crawled over to medical because she took the hit from the blast of the explosion, and he held her in his arms, and
cries out,
Yabu
says a prayer.
said a prayer over her body, and then Yabu in the corner asking for forgiveness. So what you thought of this, of
Forgive.
him saying forgiveness?
I felt like he should have just wrote it out because we'll get there. I don't want to put my track shoes on, but I feel like him saying forgive me and acting crazy probably alerted one of them women. I don't know if the women saw him doing that, but I feel like Toranaga.
Oh, they did.
Oh, I felt like he probably put it together because he's all them women are in that little in that
Yeah,
place or
one of the
whatever.
women sent a letter to Omi about it, and then Omi told Toranaga.
Yeah, I mean they
We'll get
said
to that
that,
scene.
but like I said, I mean
Yeah,
let's go by what happened on the show because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that was not that was left out. I'm telling
yeah,
you, I
that
feel like
was
there's a lot of
unsaid.
stuff that was left out.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
get it.
okay,
Yeah, so
but yeah,
that
he
was
felt remorse. He felt remorse.
yeah. After she see that she got lights out,
Playing double agent, you're never gonna win, baby. That just doesn't work.
yeah, I guess. Like,
It just doesn't
ugh.
work.
Okay, and then we get the whole title that is chapter 10, A Dream of a Dream. So we here. This is the
Right.
finale. So I don't have the picture of the funeral procession of Medico. It was like they was going through
Hmm.
the village with her body or what have you. It was like a little ceremony. It was cute. I don't have the photo. My apology.
Hey, Queen.
uh, hey,
Yeah,
Queen.
come on in. Come on in. Let us know your overall thoughts. I'm watching the chat as Monique posts.
Yes, please. Um, and then we get the scene with Shido. Well, the whole council basically they having a meeting. Kiyama said all of this was tragic and avoidable, and Osaka Castle isn't as safe as we were led to believe. That is much clear that he said. And Ono said medical should have allowed to leave without incident.
Right.
And
And then Tornaga brother got up. You
what's his name?
remember?
Saki?
Saki.
Sake?
Yeah, he got up and was like,
Saki.
because he does. It feels like as a Minowara, he doesn't feel the same way that they feel about protecting their leaders, and he
Oh
doesn't have
yeah.
the same ideals about death and life the way this clan, over here in this area.
Yes,
He doesn't
have.
he doesn't have those same ideologies. And so he
So
was
he
like,
lived by a
he
different set of rules.
yeah, he was just kind of like shrugging it off. He's like, all right, so what of it then? I'm like, oh, what is going on?
Yes, so
But he
what's his
gave
name?
him the letter. He gave him the letter saying that
His brother protest, a
right,
protest from his brother. His brother also
that's what
said,
happened to Mariko.
yes. His brother also said, Saki said that the violent death of his prize vessel has left him in shock, Toranaga in shock.
Hmm.
So I guess that's what the protest letter was about.
Right.
Um, and then he said Toranaga fled to Edo in secret and prepared for war. That's what was said.
Hmm.
And then Ishido said it was up to Toranaga to surrender in Osaka or in battle. What matters is that we are united. So he tried to get everybody there in the council on the united front.
For war. Right. For
Kiyama
war.
said to for war, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Kiyama said to think this honorable attack could have been ordered by a member of the council of this council. So he
Hmm.
think
No,
someone in the council
he
ordered
knows.
this attack on the
I'm sure he
village.
knows.
Ishido had the nerve to say that it's a despicable attack, and he blamed it on Toranaga
Of
for this
course.
hit. Of course, I'm like
Of
that
course.
doesn't make sense because why would he want
His people did. That never
his
make no.
people unalive? So that didn't make no sense to me. Um,
Yeah.
and he said Toranaga trying to divide them. I mean, that's not hard to do.
Like obvious.
Right. I'm like, that's not hard to do. Ishido said that they must march and what's his name? Oh no, was like the Lady Miracle need a proper
Christian burial.
Christian burial first before they start this march
Right.
war, whatever.
Yeah.
And
He kind of pushed back on it, and Ochiba had to jump in, and
yeah,
she was like, hello. She will have a generous burial.
honor. It's gonna be honor.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And Ishido's like, fine. He got a little sassy, he said fine. And and they would go to war after her burial.
And they
And
all agreed. Everybody on the council agreed. They was like, "Okay, war it is." But
but
after the
Ito
burial,
Ito asked, did they have the air approval support? Because if they have the air support, that's lawful.
mhm. Oh
But
yeah,
Toranaga would be unlawful. So
right,
you gotta have the air approval
yeah.
support
And you
or what
saw
have you.
how Ochiba, her eyes was darting around, trying to like think about what you know what I'm saying. Like she was thinking what was going on. Like every time they would mention the air or they would say something like that, she was just like I mean,
Yeah, she was really quiet.
yeah, I be reading her. I be reading her for sure. And
She was really quiet.
I still think that baby is Toranaga. I still
Here
think.
you go with your theory. She's sticking with it, you guys. She's sticking with it.
Yes, I'm sticking with it. Okay, shout out to Queen. She says the Shogun series was magnificent. Sad though that Mariko passed away. All episodes are a 10. Fire, fire, fire. Absolutely, Queen.
Thank you,
We
Queen.
definitely agree with you. And it was
Yes,
good. It was really, really good.
it was really, really good. Um, then after the vote of the war happened, they said no, Kiyama asked what would happen to the Hederick.
Hmm.
Is about the
That's John.
John
Yeah.
or
Barbarian
Vito or
heretic.
whatever.
Heretic. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And I think he
uh,
was just saying that you can have him. I think he gave him back to Kiyama. Do whatever you want to do with him. It doesn't matter. So.
he said, "I don't give a
Right.
basically what happened to that man."
Exactly.
Okay. I guess after that, the earthquake rumble happened, and
Oh
then
yes. As he was signing the order saying war is inevitable, next thing you know, baby, the table started shaking.
the shaking, the ground was shaking, honey.
And next
And
thing you know, they was like, maybe we need to
Kiyama
rethink
was
this.
like, but I think we need to rethink some things, okay? We need to rethink some things. That got to be a sign, honey.
I was
So
cracking
we need
up.
to rethink some things. And then Ishida
Yeah,
told him to stop that superstition.
right. And
So,
it takes
and
me
then,
back to when they had that big earthquake, the landslide. Once that happened,
ooh,
it felt like Toranaga changed his whole thought process.
oh yeah,
You know
most
what I'm saying? So
definitely.
I feel
He
like
was
he
out for
kind
the
of believes,
count.
yeah, I feel like he kind of believes in that superstition as well. Because, at first it was Crimson Sky, and then next thing you know, he's surrendering. So you know what I'm saying? So I felt like there was something to that.
Yeah, same here. Because when that last, he was dead. He was underlive, and then John brought him back. So
Right. Had to get
that
all that
really
dirt
shook
out
him.
his.
Right. So yeah. So he believed it. He's a believer now. So, we have a
Yeah.
clip. Let's
Okay.
pray, y'all. Hopefully this will go.
That was a baby one.
これはもう少し戦議を重ねようということではあるまいか。
よまいことを申されるな。百姓でもあるまいし、南に縁起を担いでどうする。我らは日の本の庇護者ぞ。
All right. We're protectors of the
All right.
ground. We gotta keep it short, y'all. We gotta keep it
Yeah,
short.
we gotta keep it short because YouTube they be tripping. Anyway, next we have Ishidu go out to where Yabu is at. Um,
All right.
what happened?
And he was playing.
Uh,
He was playing crazy. Was he playing
yeah,
crazy? Or was he crazy? You think he still
I think
had
he,
some
I think he
concussion,
crazy.
some after effects from that concussion he had?
Yeah, from that blast, he lost some of his hearing because he
Mm-mm.
got like couldn't hear.
I think he was putting on.
You think he was putting on?
Mm.
Dang. He said, I'm about to
I
play
don't
crazy.
trust him as far as I can throw him.
No, I think he actually really lost his mind in that blast. And then see a what's her name? Medical on the floor.
Yeah,
And
I don't
he
know.
thought,
I mean,
he thought,
I do think he was. I think he was shook, but him going
yeah,
crazy like that, I felt like that was a ruse. What you
yeah, he
think,
could be
Queen?
playing it
Let us
up
know
though.
in the
Yeah, let us know.
comments.
He thought that Medical was just gonna be only to be captured and
Captured.
not be blown up.
Hmm.
So that's why he looked in a state of shock. He looked devastated, to be honest,
Yeah.
because he know he effed up. I guess. Yeah. So Ishidu ordered Yabu Yabushige to Isu
Yeah.
to
Go
gather
back.
his army and stuff. And once Toranaga is gone and that he can have his seat at the council. I'm like, we still on that? He
Right. I
promised.
mean, the council is fully seated. So
No, it's not.
what's
It's one more seat left. It's one more
is
seat.
it one more seat?
What's his name? The guy who got him and his
Saki.
family got wiped out.
Saki
Yami.
got it. Sugiyama is gone, but
Yes, yeah, that's the seat.
Saki got his seat, right?
Yeah, Saki got his seat,
Was there
so
two?
it's still
There was
Toranaga
there
seat
was
still
oh,
left.
Toranaga seat is still available. Okay.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I had to do the math in my head too, y'all. I was
Yeah,
like, wait a
because the
minute.
thing was is the way he was saying that the vote was complete. So I assumed that all the seats were filled. So I think that's where I got kind of
Yeah,
when he
me
was,
too.
saying we're going to war. So I felt like all the seats were filled. I didn't know if he put Omi there. I don't know if he put whatever, like whoever. But I thought
Yeah,
all the seats
no.
were filled because they got a clean vote. So that was weird. Okay.
Yeah, that was weird. So yeah, he told him to get his butt back to Isu, gather his army and stuff,
And wait for
and
him.
this and wait for his
Then,
next.
then
Um,
he started playing crazy. It's like, no, this
then he started tripping. He was in his pond, y'all. In this pond, tripping like he trying to catch Flipper, y'all. Like it was nothing there. He like you trying to catch a catfish or something. And
hmm
then he was talking about Tycho, how
when that
he had
happened a
won
long
all
time
the votes a long time ago.
yeah.
That he won all the votes against Toranaga at that time, the war with Toranaga,
And it was a
and
cat.
it was the
They thought it was an earthquake, but it was a catfish doing his
yeah. He
wings
said
or
consider it as a bad omen. So
yeah, bad omen. And when I'm reading this article here, this article says it appears that he is losing his mind.
so he basically playing what some people do in court.
Yeah, yeah,
The
playing
insane card.
insanity, pleading insanity.
That's what he basically doing.
Yeah.
But I won't be surprised as he already had a few screws loose, so there's that. Uh
Hey, Shayna.
hey Shayna.
Shayna, you watch Shogun or you just here supporting? We appreciate it either way.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
This is my first time
Um
seeing her in the chat. That's why I asked.
oh yeah.
Mhm,
um what else? Oh, Toranaga. He returned the bird back to the sky to
mhm.
my bare mini daughters. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
the duty is up.
yeah, yeah. After he's had all of his fun and got all of everything that he needed out of
Everything
the
he
bird,
needed.
you
Right.
go ahead, you go
You
ahead on.
free. Right. I don't need you
Just
no
like
more.
a damn man.
Talking about bare mini daughters. I was like, okay. Whatever that mean.
Okay,
So
Shane. Boy, you never heard of this? Oh my goodness.
it's a good show.
Okay.
It's on FX.
Yes.
And you
Hey,
can watch it on
Tamika.
Hulu. Hey Tamika.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so we get to John. They waking him up from a dream nightmare about medical. And I think he was in a coma sleep because he was out for like
For
at
a
least
couple of
2 days.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he missed her
Her
burial.
burial. Yes. I was like, oh my
And
God.
that kind of hurt me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Right.
Because we know how he felt about her. So
Yeah, they had a
she was
special relationship that nobody knew about.
right. She was more than a translator.
Exactly. So I did feel bad that
They
he missed her burial. That was
yeah, that's messed up. But they told him to get up and Lord Kiyama men will escort him to the harbor because he received a pass to go back to return to Toranaga.
right.
And he was accompanied by what's his name? Alvito.
Father
The
Alvito.
father
The father.
Alvito. Yeah, he was accompanied by him to go to the harbor as they was walking in the what's that woods.
In the woods, the wooded area where every time they in that wooded area, something goes down.
Tell me
So,
about it.
so John
You
thought something was about to go down.
yeah, he thought he about to meet his maker, honey.
Right.
Yes, hit the like button.
So he was
Turn up.
like, yeah, he was like, is something about to go down? Because every time I'm in these damn woods, something goes down.
Okay. Um, but nothing goes down. It's just an innocent conversation because father
We got a clip.
Alvito and oh, you got a clip.
Yeah, the
Oh,
second clip is them having a conversation as he's taking him to the harbor.
okay, we got a clip, y'all.
Yeah, the second clip.
The hostages are free. Got just what he wanted. No dirty hands. No war. Just a woman. She can't with me. Before she died, I spoke before God, not your God, or my God. Just God.
Yeah. So after this clip, I have to cut it because we don't want to get our stream cut again this week. So after this cut, that's when um Father Alvito tells John that when she came for absolution for what she was getting ready to go through, she also brokered this deal. She talked. Well, I don't think he told her that he talked to Toranaga. I think he figured that out with Toranaga himself. He said that she brokered a deal for his life, and
Right.
yeah, so he was just like, I know something getting ready to go down, and he was like, no, he was like, Lady Maria made sure of it, and when he got on the boat, he just broke out in tears because her actions, everything that she sacrificed and done still rings true after her passing away. So he broke
Yes.
down in the ship and as he was leaving. So we didn't see that part, but I couldn't get everything. But they are definitely executing all the 48 laws of power in this show.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
And as they was walking before that scene, Alvito think that Toranaga would be dead within weeks, and
Oh yeah, he did say
John think the opposite.
that. Right.
He's like,
Said, well, you don't know him too well.
right, basically. And John, as he was sitting, he took a pause, and as they was walking in the wood, he realized that the hostages are free, and Toranaga got what he wanted. No dirty hands, no war, just a woman.
Right.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. Crimson Sky, baby. Episode
Yeah.
9, not for nothing. Mariko came and did what she needed to do.
Hey, see, yeah, see,
Yeah. Love that.
give it up for her. That's my girl. I mean, she sacrificed herself. She was the great. She was the sacrifice.
Not for
So
nothing. Not for
not
nothing.
for nothing.
She won the entire war. And instead of risking 75,000 men, armies,
Yes,
and all of that stuff, he sent one
one
person,
woman.
one woman. Let's
Right.
not
Say it again.
with her.
One woman.
A woman, nonetheless, to do what 75,000 men couldn't do. Okay. All right.
Right. Let's see. See, that's when my notes end, y'all. I'm sorry. We're
Okay.
gonna go off
So,
memory.
okay. Okay.
So
So,
this is where
it,
Ochima
Ultima
is with
is,
her
yes, meeting with her son, right?
son, and they talk about the poem of, I guess, Mariko poem
Mm-hmm.
about the what's that called? The
The
leafless
leafless, yeah, the leafless branch, but the
branch.
wind, and you cannot forget that line. She said, "The leafless branch, but the wind," and we'll get to that. It'll be a full circle moment once we get to it
With
towards the end.
Toranaga. Yeah.
Yes, with Toranaga, and that is when I think Lady Ochuba was realizing what was actually going on, like
Right.
through what was being said and stuff like that. And I don't know if she was totally on board. I almost like in my heart of hearts I still feel like there was some side deal. And instead of the brother Saki, I thought Saki was being a listening ear. I felt like maybe Lady Ochuba might have been that listening ear because it didn't take her much to turn. Also, too, um, even when she was talking about she had so much hatred against Toranaga, everybody was like, "We don't understand where this hatred is coming from." So
Right.
I
Exactly.
still, yeah, I still feel like she was in on it, but we just will never know for sure. But yeah, that's just my theory. I'll be throwing all about.
Well, my thing is, I think she was with the ish, and then some part of it she made a U-turn. So
Mhm. Yeah, that's possible. I think the U-turn could have been definitely with Mariko. Um,
yes,
First of all, I
yes,
think um the Tycho's wife, the older wife, planted some
yes.
seeds.
Oh
That was
yes, most definitely.
she
That's
planted those
part
seeds,
of
and
it.
then yeah, and then when she had conversations with Mariko, all her past feelings from when they were childhood
Cute.
friends, and
Yeah. Mhm.
everything that she said and did and sacrificed and stuff like that, I think all of that was a turn for her.
Oh yes. So
Yeah.
we also have oh, this is when they got on the ship, baby. They was on their way back to Isu, and then this is when Yabu asked John about his ship.
Teach him how to dive.
And
I thought we wasn't gonna get that paid off, so that was the same thing that Toranaga told him. You remember some episodes ago, maybe episode
oh
five or
yeah,
six, and he dived and dived and dived.
yeah, teach me
I
how
thought
to
maybe
dive
that is the
more.
payoff for that one. Okay,
Yeah, now Yabu want to get
he wants to go
trying to
to
get
England.
John to get on his ship so they can go back to England. He's talking about what's your country called? And he's trying not to go back to Isu because he was like, I'm not trying to go back to Toranaga because he
Right?
know what he did. So
No,
he trying to try everything, but then we also see John looking off and he see his ship is sunk. Is
burnt,
no longer. It's
destroyed.
burnt and it's sunk and it's destroyed. And that's what that picture right there he looked like. Wow, this whole time.
Yeah,
Like I'm really stuck here in Japan. He really stuck, child.
right.
So yeah, that was that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now they came on the land. And guess who got hemmed up? Mr. Yabu.
Right.
Yabushige.
A vi-
They asked
a
for his swords and everything. That's it. And it was his nephew who asked for his
Yeah,
swords and stuff. And he
yeah,
gonna take him to Toranaga.
yeah,
And then we got Toranaga spy. I don't know his name. I can't remember it right
yeah.
now, but um the
Uh,
ultimate spy. That's what I'm gonna call him. He was undercover, baby, because
right.
nobody
He
really
got
noticed
plenty
him.
of little birdies around, but this is the ultimate one.
Ultimate, yes.
Yeah.
So this was the ultimate spy. He was talking to John.
Now this is when I started thinking. I said, "Ooh," I said, "Tornaga, are you the secret villain of this story?" when
He
I saw
could be.
all
I
when I saw all those heads on spikes, I was like, and he knew goddamn well what happened, and
and then the spy was
it was just a test. It was a test for John. Him doing all of
yes,
that stuff was a test, and I was like, just I said, you just as bad as um Mariko's
Ishida.
father did to the other man. You remember the other
Oh yeah.
he
Other
just
guy, yeah.
on people head. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Yeah.
did you really do that? He probably ordered people to do it. I don't think he probably did it, but I was just like, those
But the
people are
spy is telling John that the Christians attacked or something. So I think the Christians attacked us
yeah, but that
while
was
they was
all a
gone.
ruse. That was all
Yeah,
torn
that's
up.
all the rules.
Yeah,
So that's why I said that's what the
that
spy
was
is telling
crazy.
John right there. It was crazy. That's I'm like, I don't know about that, but
Yeah, that
okay.
was crazy.
And and we get to the next one. Oh, Yabu is on his knees, pleading to Toranaga.
Hmm.
Um, Toranaga is pissed because
Even though he already knew that's you know either way,
right.
Mariko was going to figure out some type of way to figure that out. Which she said she was going to do the seppuku or seppuku. So either way, it was going to happen. But treachery, he went ahead and did that, so he had to answer for that.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
One of the ladies got a letter to Omi So that's how Toranaga
Yeah,
knew
that's
about
how they
Mariko.
Mhm.
Yeah. He said, Omi said, I felt it was my duty to alert our Lord.
Right.
Omi came a long way, y'all. Let's
Because
think
yeah,
about
he
it.
was just the opposite.
It was the
He
opposite.
in the beginning, he was playing
No.
games. He was with the trickery. I thought he was a apple off the tree of Yabu. So I
Yes.
was just like, "Ooh, he gonna be." But then he switched around. I guess when you see somebody like he Yabu is older, so when you
Yes.
see somebody just like full blown, just not giving the f, maybe it made him pull back some. Like,
Especially
you
after
doing
Toranaga's son death got him shook.
right, right. That's what really shook him. He like you doing team too much.
Right, exactly. So I guess he trying to fall in line. There's that. Yeah, Toranaga basically told Yabu to he ain't trying to hear all that, and by by tomorrow you need to cut your belly by tomorrow. So basically that's how it went.
And he didn't like that because he don't want to. That's not the way he wants to go out. He wants to take his fate in his own hands. So he asked all these different ways. Feed me to the dogs. Feed me to some
Fish.
mean fish. Some boil me like
Cannon.
all
Yeah,
the
the
things.
cannon. He want to be blown away by a cannon,
Yeah, the
yeah.
cannon. Right. He was like, He was like, I'm not
Anything
trying
but
to
that.
do poo-poo. I
I
said,
was cracking up. I was like,
this
this
is the
dude
best.
gonna have a request for death. Like, dude, no.
Yeah, I think back in them days, the people want to be known in the history books. They want to have their names known for something, their lands known. That's what I'm saying.
I
They were really fighting for honor. It's not like how we are in the Western civilization. We're sitting up here and we're just having families, and it just is what it is. When our families pass away, that's what it is. But these people over in the Eastern Hemisphere, they want to be known for something. So,
oh yeah,
either in life
they want
or
to
in
go
death,
down in
something.
history, honey.
Yeah,
As Yabu was pleading, he also yelled out about the land. He wanted to give it, like he basically revising his will. He
right.
yelling out his will. He talking about Omi. Um
Toranaga was like,
Toranaga's like,
it's not yours to give.
I'm like, dang. Yeah, sorry for you,
Ooh,
dude. Sorry for you.
yeah. I think
Sorry.
we really saw Toranaga's true colors in
Oh
this episode
yeah.
for
I'm like,
sure. For
dang.
sure.
I'm like, how long? How many days they been gone? 19 days. I'm
Yeah.
guessing. I don't know. Um,
Okay. So yeah.
Next, y'all. We finally see Fuji, our girl.
Hey,
I mean,
Fuji.
yeah,
We missed
I
you,
I
girl.
grown to like her.
Yes.
Um, John returned back to the house. Finally see Fuji.
She said she's
And this
leaving to
is what
become a nun.
this is not it. This is not it.
That's not
This is
it.
not the same. Nope. This is where he told her that
Oh, okay.
no more translator, which is telling that Miracle is gone. And she shed a tear and they said in silence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was
Okay.
a short
That's what
scene.
the note says. So it's okay. All right. And then Tornaga, he gets to see his new son. And he said something in this particular scene. He was just like my new son, and like I'm
He
like,
said
damn, are
plenty
you
of
sure
them.
you want Nakakado? Like, I mean, like it was the way he was saying, like, you gave me so many more sons thanks to you. And then I was just like,
It kind of remind me what Shidu said, like he got plenty of
he
more.
got more, right?
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm
When
like,
I
and
was
then he said
when I
it.
listened to the source material, they said by the time of his death, he had 20 sons.
Dang. Mm-mm.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And all we saw was these
Letting it
two
know,
boys. So
Spreading wide, ain't he?
Uh, spreading the love, dipping it wide.
And then I don't know what the lady
Carrie,
name is.
Carrie
Yeah,
Nokata, she gave him the letter that Lady Ochuba
Ultra-
gave her in secret. She was like,
yep,
in secret, she gave me this letter. And you remember she put it in the thing. She was like, I hope this works. So she gives it to
yeah,
him and he reads it. And when I tell you that sigh of relief, like he was like you just kept
yep.
seeing him breathe, he
Exhale.
just breathe. And I was just like, is this what I think it is? Like I don't know. Like I need to know what's in that letter. I'm telling you.
It's not the paternity test, Nita, but
Yes, it's the
anyway,
paternity
because you want to be the baby so bad.
it's the paternity test.
It's
He's
not the paternity test.
99.9%. That is really your banner and your army. I'm telling you, that's what
Right.
she said.
We don't know. We don't know word for word what it says,
Allegedly.
but
Allegedly.
right, allegedly. But we could assume that it's her like going against the Shido. That's what I thought when he read them. He exhaled. I'm like, okay, so she making the turn, the U turn, I should say.
Mm,
She letting her U turn be known to
yeah.
him. So, and they talk about the poem as he
Hmm.
recites, and then the lady in the back, she was like, "Those beautiful words ain't yours." I'm like, "Dang!"
Look,
I'm like,
she's older.
"Wow."
She can talk it plain. She can talk it plain to him. She was like,
I see.
those are
I'm
not your
like,
words, baby.
too beautiful to be
Let
your
me put a
words. I'm
baby
like,
on top of it
"Dang!"
so you won't be offended. Those ain't your words, baby.
Right. So he's talking about the. You can go ahead. This is the part you want to talk about the poem, right?
Yeah, the poem. I did have it, but basically it was about this whole the bonfire. Wasn't it? The bonfire? I think this,
Yes.
yeah, it was Mariko's words. And he was
Yes.
saying that it was a bonfire. He said the wind. So we get the whole thing with the flowers, the leafless branches and stuff
Mhm.
like that, the wind, and then the bonfire. The bonfire I think symbolizes crimson sky. Everything that she
Yeah,
did, the cannons,
with
everything
medical.
that
Hmm.
actually it's very metaphorical. If you realize everything that happened, and then he's a master of the wind. Like he studies the wind, he knows how it's going to go and stuff like that. But you know, this is all my interpretation of it. It's not exactly what it said, but basically
I interpret
that's
that medical was basically the bonfire.
the
She
bonfire, the
was,
crimson
yeah,
sky that
yeah,
did it.
yeah.
And he understood, like, I don't know if she said those words to him because bonfire, that's the first time I heard bonfire. So I felt
I could have
like,
sworn she said bonfire to John one time
okay.
when they was
Yeah,
when
I'm
she
trying
was
to figure out. Yeah, I'm trying to figure
because she
out
was
so
saying
he
support
would know,
stuff.
like you know what I'm saying, like it would click in his mind, like, oh, okay, I get it now. You know what I'm saying? And but I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of that stuff, even with Hiramasu, they figure all that stuff out before it actually happens. Like
Hmm.
Hiramasu did the seppuku to, gather the troops and get them to understand what was going on. And Mariko, I felt like he trained her, he got her in the spirit of doing what needed to be done or whatever.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um.
So yeah, I don't know. That's all I got with that. Let me see. Let me see what the article says. Okay. Yeah, no, they didn't say too much. The next thing is, oh, she's gonna become a nun right here. Okay.
Hmm.
Fuji tells the Anjin that she's leaving the following day to become a nun. She tells him she's no longer his consort. You remember she gave him 6 months, and I
Yeah,
guess the
that's
six
say that it been 6 months already.
right. He was like, "Just no, you my consort." And she was like, "No, no, no.
He was like, I forbid you to go. He like,
You got me messed up. No,
he said, no,
I'm done."
Toranaga said I could dip. Go be a nun. Like,
She
for
said
real.
her service to Toranaga is now complete, and I have been given permission to
I
become.
agree.
And I'm like, it's okay. And
I
I felt
agree.
like he thought he was going to win her over. And I'm glad that she stood her ground because that's not exactly what she wanted. And I just felt like for him, that was his soft place to land. Since Mariko
Oh
is
yeah.
not there, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I
He was
got
gonna
somewhat
lean
of
on
a
her.
relationship with you. So, yeah,
He's gonna lean
stay.
on
You know,
Fuji.
you don't
Yeah.
mean that shit. You don't mess with me like
Right. Yeah, so that was her plan from the beginning, ever since her peoples, her
that.
son and her husband got put down. Now she wanted to bury them at the family temple or something.
Hmm. Which is there. I think it's there at Azizu.
Okay, I ain't know where it was at. But yeah, so John looked hurt, but he ain't got no choice but to accept what she about to do. So
Right.
it was Toranaga orders. Um oh then John meet with Toranaga, and he did have an encounter with Omi. He gave up his sword and his gun. So this encounter was different from the first encounter they had. When he
Right.
got to East, it was more
He pissed on them.
respectable.
They was they was doing
But
a pissing match, and I think
yeah, they first
Omi won that match,
yeah. But this
and
time
but
when he
but
asked
they
for
did
it,
each other with respect, both of them on
right,
both
it
ends.
was respect. Yes. So it's different now. So that was
Yeah.
like a full circle moment right there when I saw it. And
Hmm.
John, he met with Toranaga and a spy. So the spy reveals himself, the
Right.
ultimate spy. We're gonna call him the ultimate spy because like nobody saw him. Okay. Um he was there the whole time and nobody knew who he was to be
Right.
exact. So I don't know his proper name, but he did give some names and how he
It's
came to be his spy.
Miraji. That's his name. That's his spy name, Miraji. That's
Right.
what he is.
But he
But
his real name, like where he
his
came
real
from.
name, it doesn't happen in here. But he did give he had two names. He said he started at
Mhm.
one name and then he went on to another name. And actually, Toranaga's name is not really Toranaga. Toranaga got another name after he left when he got his first war, when he won his first war. I think he got
Yes.
a different name and then he had two different names as well. So,
Yeah,
like
I think
when you're captured and you're under another regime or stuff like that, like
right.
people will continue
Your
to
name
change
changed.
and
Your
stuff.
name.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
that's
agree. So
what I heard of when I was reading.
yeah, you
So
just saying how he came about to being the ultimate spy of Toranaga and stuff like that, and what he been doing. So
yeah, and they're still putting on this ruse, and he's saying he's still going to find the traitors and who did that to your ship and
to
Christian traitors and all this other stuff.
and
And
he ordered them to build him a new ship or something.
yeah, and then he told him that he's going to punish the village as long as he does is as long he has to find the traitors before he gives peace to the village. And then so he doesn't want them to be punished, and so John is saying that he's going to forfeit his life for him. He's saying that he's the traitor. Leave the village alone, and that's a
Right, I
full
use you.
because he wasn't about that whole type of life. And I think when the gardener lost his life because of
Hmm.
what he did about that stinking ass bird, he learned the lesson. And he doesn't have Mariko there. So I guess he may feel like he don't really have anything to live for. His ship is gone. Mariko is gone. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
Fuji says she got deuces. So he's like, come on, like give these people peace. Like, so it was just
Yes.
crazy. I was like, oh
It
my
is
God.
a full circle moment. You are right, Nita, because at the beginning he was not with this. He said, "Y'all so quick to unalive yourselves and stuff."
Yeah,
Now he want to do it. So, um,
absolutely.
like he got accustomed to
Yeah, he
their
definitely changed after Mariko passed away.
yeah.
Yeah,
He got accustomed to their
yeah.
way of
Yeah,
being.
because it was one of those scenes. He was like, "F it, you live and you die," and that was the same thing that Mariko say. Like in this culture, you live and you die.
Live to
Not
die.
live or
Yeah.
die, live and die. Like your life has purpose, and also
Basically
death.
live to die. Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I mean, I honestly, I feel like that actually gives both things meaning. So
Yes.
I was like, okay. I mean, if that's the belief system, okay, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. And then I thought he was about to do it, like for real. And
But
then Toranaga stops him, like, are
I said
you
you
lost
was
your
gonna
mind?
stop Blackthorne, but you ain't gonna stop your best friend. I said you the real villain. You the real
Of course, he ain't stop his best friend. He gave the order to do it.
villain.
He didn't give John that order to unalive himself. So,
Rest in peace, Hiramasa.
and he just want John to be stuck there. Like, be for real.
But
He
I
want
mean,
him to
he
be
had
stuck
a
in
lot of skills.
Japan.
He got a lot of skills. I think he wanted him because he knew he would be an asset, but I
Yeah.
think he had to humble him. He had to get him fully humble because we talk about it when we get to Yabu scene when he's talking about winning the war, the pointless war, unless I win. So he knew that he had a really strong mind about him. He had a big strong mindset about him. He was going to set out to do whatever he wanted to do. So I felt like he really had to humble him and get him underneath his wing so that he would, the same
Right.
thing, bend to his will. So I think that's what he was
When
doing.
John said, I'm the traitor, I was using you. I was like, no, Toranaga was using you from
Right.
episode one.
From
Sorry,
the
babe.
get go. From the get go.
Yes,
Like
because he was trying to
he was
maneuver around that.
the puppet
Oh yeah.
master. You hear me? Puppet
Yes,
master.
he was trying to maneuver around that council.
Yeah.
So
And
trying to get out
even
of there.
even when you don't like it's so hard for me to understand how you can pull back. Like Toranaga is very, very powerful. He's a lord. He's a
Yes.
linked lord, but he pulls back, and the people are still doing his will. It's so
Oh yeah.
crazy to me. Like he doesn't have to be micromanaging. It's just like he sits back and he sees how people are playing things out, and he strategizes based on what actually happens. Same thing with Natakato's his son's death.
Yes.
It's just like he just makes these power plays, and I think that in it of itself is what this show is about. Him and his power moves, not about the war, not about the battle, and that's why I think it is kind of low key perfect when I keep thinking on it and thinking about how they kept on leaving the breadcrumbs and how I just
Yeah,
think
he was playing checkers. I mean, he was playing chess, not checkers. Sorry.
very
He was
very well
playing chess.
done, very well
Yeah, he was definitely playing chess, not checkers.
done. Yeah.
Um,
So next, okay.
oh, this is
Oh, this is
Yabu
him
going to the
telling
next.
his plans. Okay, we do have a clip, but where is the clip? The clip.
So Yabu is getting walked by Omi to, his fate. He was telling Omi to make sure his wife doesn't marry a lazy man or something. he's trying to He trying to make sure everything is straight at the crib. I don't think I
Right,
even saw
right.
his wife. I don't even know who his wife looked like.
I didn't even know he had a wife, baby. When I
I
tell
was like,
you,
what?
because he didn't have any heirs. He didn't have any. If I think if you have a wife, that's the first thing they try to do is give you an heir.
Your
So
air, yeah.
I just assumed that he didn't have one. I felt like he was a
Me
rebel
too.
and he wasn't going to marry. He wasn't going to have
Right.
kids. And stuff, so I just thought he was like hanging out in the wind. I swear I didn't know he was married.
I was shocked too. I said, wait a minute. I had to rewind it
Right.
because I
Talking
thought
about
it was
make sure
somebody
he
else
ain't
saying
sure
that.
marry no idiot. I said, come on.
I'm like, I know that's right. He said, I want my wife to be straight after I'm gone.
Right.
So and and this is where they had this. It's a long scene, y'all. It's a long scene, but it's a good scene.
It's a good scene. It's a good scene.
They reflecting and thinking, and they talk about all the moves that was made up to this point, basically,
Yeah. Yeah.
of Toranaga and
For
stuff.
instance, if you were sitting in the back seats, they sitting up here trying to spell it out for y'all in the back seat. Come on up to the
Right,
front.
basically.
Come on up, class.
Right, basically. It was just a long dialogue. So
It was. It was. Let me see what the article has so I can kind of summarize it. They say he sits with Lord Toranaga. He admits that he was the one who burns the ship. So he burnt the ship. He said Crimson Sky is now complete and what his true intentions were behind sending
mhm,
Mariko there. Mariko got the Ochiba, who grew tired of the relationship and the alliance with Ishido. We see that up here in the corner. Um, Oshiba pledged to Lord Toranaga in that secret letter that she would not send her heir's army to support Ishido in war. He believes that the council will not support Ishido after that, which
mhm.
I'm 100% behind because the Christian people, they were already mad about
Oh
Mariko.
yeah.
They were already
Oh
mad.
yeah.
So I definitely believe what his thought process was on that. He implies that he wants to become Shogun after all.
Mhm.
Then
Yes.
Yabu calls him a hypocrite and said, "You wanted it all along. You remember that secret heart? That secret heart. You remember 3 hearts? That secret heart. He wanted
Yes.
it all along, even all the way back to Mariko's father. Just how Lady
Mhm.
Ochiba said that he was plotting and planning from back then.
Uh-huh.
So keep that in mind. So
Dang.
um he says, tell me what your plans are. I'll take it to my grave. And Toranaga pulled out that sword. He was like, "There's no reason to tell a dead man the future." I said,
Him and his words, boy. I tell
"There is
y'all.
no reason to tell a dead man the future." I said, "Come on, Mike, drop." Or should I say
Head drop.
head drop?
Look, head drop. Him and his words, child. We got a
And
clip.
yes, other than Loki, he is one of the most sympathetic villains that I've seen in this show. Yabu, I'm gonna give you your props, boy. I'm gonna give
Yeah,
you
we
your
had to
props,
give him a round
boy.
of applause.
You did the damn thing in this show. I love the actor. I love all of the
Yeah,
quirks
he did a
and
good job.
yes, he did a very good job. So
I
I
mean, he was
can't
kind of clueless.
exactly,
He was a
exactly.
little
So
slow in some areas, child, but
it was a great run. You
it was
got all the way
entertaining
to the
nonetheless.
series end. You got all the way to episode 10, boy. You made it more than Nakakato. You
Okay,
good. You good.
child.
So yeah. So yeah.
So
So we do have a clip. So
do
let's
have a clip.
get into the clip. Let's see. Oh
で
yeah.
ございま
The
しょう
most
か。
important.
殿は全ての風を己の欲しいままに操っておられる。わしは風を操っておりません。
Control it.
読むだけじゃ。
I only study it.
されどどのようにして勝つおつもりですか。今や殿の軍は多勢に無勢。追い次ぎの軍がいつ攻めてきてもおかしくない。ここで皇帝でございまするか。うまくいくかもしれませんが、拙者にはどうしたら勝てるのかわかりません。
He's a pawn. He don't see
拙者
nothing.
が死ぬ前に教えてくだされ。藪重殿、これだけ共にやってまいったのじゃ。そなただけは目の前でなされている策に気づくと思っておったぞ。皇帝はすでに終わっておる。大老衆が結束しておる限り、大坂に軍を送るなどもってのほか。それはすなわち死を意味する。
Right.
そこでわしは女子を一人送り込み、
Yes, I
woman.
sent a woman to do what the
Come
army
on,
can
woman.
never do.
Right. Come on, woman. Yes. He pulled that sword out. I was like, ah. So yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
But these are his plans. Everybody who did not know, those were his plans of what he was going to do. And yeah, so he had, to me, what he did
Mhm.
was plan both sides of the battle. So if they were united, he had to do
Mhm.
this. If they were divided, then he could have done that. So he played out both sides. He had a contingency plan for each one of them, so it wouldn't catch
But
him
either
kind of
way it goes.
right, right,
So
and
he'll
it
be
just so
ready either way it goes.
yeah, and just so
Okay.
happened. Look, Yabu, you know how when you play checkers and you go and you start taking all the chips off the board, Yabu,
Yes.
Yabu is off the board. Even though he on the board, he off the board sitting to the side because he still ain't see nothing. I was like, Yabu,
That's why I said he not the brightest.
yeah, he's not. He's not. He used them exactly what he was good for. And when he said that he does not control the wind, he only studies it, I said, baby, I love it.
Yes.
Oh, so good. Oh, so good. So
And
good.
they said the war, and he also said the war was in a month. So they
Yep.
have a month
Yeah, they got a
for
month.
this war. So cause they did like a little foreshadow
Yeah,
scene,
like
future
a little
scene into a month.
narration so you can see how it would play out.
How it would
And
look. Yeah.
Toranaga, their armies would meet, and he would give him the note, and the council would be like, "You on
Right.
your own, Yoshida? What you got? What you gonna do?" He ain't got no
Right.
choice but to retreat. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I felt like that was a great. I felt like I was satisfied with that. Like every time I keep thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, I was just like, that's not what this was about. Like I felt like they
Right.
kept trying to give us clues that it's not about these big battles. Like every time you saw action, it was like stealth. It was like here and there, like these assassin attempts, and it wasn't really about a big battle. It was all about the mind. It was all about that. So
I mean, the battle was already happening when they was moving here and there. So, because with
yeah,
these
yeah.
little attacks, I
Yeah, it
guess
just looks different than what we normally see. You know
it
what I'm
look,
saying? We
yeah,
normally, we're watching Game of
it was like
Thrones.
no Game of Thrones or nothing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say because they go all out, baby.
right, right. It's
So,
not like that.
yeah, it's just subtle. So,
Yeah. So then
it took one woman.
we get to the most cute scene. Oh my goodness. John asking Fuji to dispense her ashes of her family into the waters, the Japan
The
waters. Like
Japan
they'll
waters.
always
Yeah.
be a part of this ecosystem, like where we are right here, where
Oh
she's
yes.
at, so let's just do that. And the first time he held her hand and he did it with her.
Yes.
The second time she was able to do. I don't know who she did first, the son or the husband. You think?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one was.
Uh, the
I mean,
smaller
I
one, I
guess it
think. It
really
looked like the
doesn't.
baby. It
Okay,
don't
it really
matter.
doesn't matter. But yeah, and so then she returns the favor and she says, he was gonna let she wants him to let the cross go, Mariko's cross, and the
Right.
same thing that Mariko said to the people who were about to take her baby to get seppuku. She was like, let her hands be the last hands to hold your baby. And then she said the
Mm,
same thing to John. She said, let your hands be the last thing to hold her as she
right.
dropped into the water. So it was like, I was like,
It was very touching scene. So
oh. Okay, shout out to Fiery Prophet. You're 100% on point. The battle was Mariko. And she essentially won the war for her Lord. Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah,
Thank you, Fiery Prophet.
she did
Yes.
what
I
needs to
love
be
it.
done.
We giving her all her props as a woman. Okay.
Oh
So
yes,
I love that scene between them and it was
it was
nice.
touching.
Mhm. And then we end off. I'll go ahead and let you finish it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we see what's his name, John, and some of the men are trying to pull his ship out of the water, and then we get a little visit who wanted to help pull the ship out of the water, and this is who
Untaro.
Buntaro, the widow. He's a widow,
Little shit. It's like no.
right?
rest rest in peace. I mean, not rest in peace. Sorry for your loss, Buntaro, because I do know that you did care
He
for
loved that
Mario.
woman.
Yes, and you just didn't know how to show it, baby. I'm so sorry for you. But I
She
love
just didn't have it in return. Nothing.
right. That too. But I felt like he still, maybe because she couldn't return it to him, maybe that's what was getting him frustrated, and that's why he would be abusive to her because he was so
I
frustrated that
agree.
no matter what he did, it just wasn't anything. So I like that they didn't have any words between the two, and that they both have love for Mariko, and they just left it at that. And
Yes.
he came to help. I'm here for it. I love that. I didn't need no scene, no words, no nothing. I
Yes.
like that.
So what
And yeah. So at first they were trying to pull it out. It wasn't successful. Then Buntaro, because he, you know, fought off 1,000 samurai people. And so he's so strong. So he came and pulled the whole boat out
well,
out
he helped. He at least
right,
helped. So I
right.
don't
But
think he
it just
pulled it
felt
by
like
himself, Nita.
they made it seem like that's what it was. Cause I mean it
Yeah,
wasn't up to
like he
about
was the
2 or 3
missing
minutes
ingredient,
later.
huh?
Right.
That's funny. Yeah, so
As
they
Toranaga
made
is.
progress. And then we see Toranaga standing like the lord he is, or the king, I should say,
Yeah.
as he is. And he just standing there looking, and him and John, I guess, had some eye contact. Um
Yep.
and then he turned around and looked off into the water, into the mountains, and that's what the show ended.
Yeah.
It was bittersweet, I would have to say. I wanted to see more. I wanted to be a month later. I was hoping they went like a black screen said a month later.
Yes. Fiery Prophet says, I think Montaro represented a man who was a victim of his culture. Y'all, I honestly think that men are a victim of patriarchy. Y'all put it in place, but some of y'all fall short. Y'all just ain't got it. He allowed the
Right.
social disgrace that Mariko represented to view her differently, whereas John never cared about her past. Absolutely. I agree. I agree, Fiery Prophet.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. I agree.
I agree. But
So
yeah, y'all, that was it. I
yeah, that
loved
was the
it.
end.
I loved it. I keep
Bittersweet
on
though.
replaying it and replaying and rewatching and rethinking about it. I just thought it was very poetic. I love the cinematography, all of the big ocean and mountain views. Like I think a lot of the aesthetic. That's probably why they didn't have too many battles because they wanted to get the aesthetic of all of the clothing, everything to be Japanese, the culture, they wanted it down to a science. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yes.
felt like they really, had their budget focused on production value and make sure the script was perfect and make sure the adaptation was perfect and the actors were great. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't have any money to spare for no big battle. So
Yeah, I would love to see it, but yeah, hopefully they can make a little special. Like here go the battle a month later, the episode.
right, I can't wait. I wish that we had a season two. Or we can just pick up at a later date because they killed off a lot of my favorite people.
Our
Um,
day ones.
yeah, what I'm saying.
Our
So I
day
mean, I
one.
feel like they can kind of drop into a different spot in the feudal Japan. Maybe after Toranaga is gone, maybe see how. How whenever the Taiko or the Shogun or whatever the power source goes
Yeah,
away, there's a power vacuum. So
I would
every
like to see how things are with John did that future dreaming. If that was his future, I want to see how things turned out.
I don't care about John. I want to see feudal Japan.
Well, yeah, I don't know if he. That's what I'm saying. His future was in Japan or was he back in
Yeah, I think
Europe?
he
That's what I
was.
was.
I think he was
Oh, okay.
based on what I've heard that he never left Japan. He was
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, like the title said, a dream of a dream. So
Have a dream. Yeah. So thank you, Fairy Prophet. He said, they say now he understands more of what she saw in John that he did not give her, and it's too late for him to change towards her, but he can change how he treats John. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay, come on, with the changed behavior. I love it. Very small step, but for his culture, it would have been a very difficult. It would have been very difficult to even do that. Yeah, I agree. I
I
think that this
agree.
show represents a throwback in that it tells a complete story, beginning and end, compared to most stories today that go look on it indefinitely. I agree. I agree. That's what I say. I would be okay because we do know that he rise to Shogun, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
okay with it.
timepiece.
I think I kind of like maybe if we would have got a prologue, the epilogue is the epilogue. The epilogue is in the end. If we would have got like maybe what happened to Seiki, like I wanted to know what happened to Toranaga's half brother. I wanted to know, like
Mm.
I wanted to kind of see what the fallout was with the council and stuff like that. And I can still kind of read up on it and figure it out or whatever because I've been, kind of digging around and stuff like that. But I still think that there was more story to tell. But even if they could have just gave us a little summary at the end, I would have been probably
Yeah.
more
So
satisfied.
after this, it made me want to go watch back the original Shogun.
I cannot find it. Let me know if you
You can't
find it.
find it?
I
Oh my
cannot find
goodness.
it.
I'm gonna do
I
my
think I
research
even
now.
looked on Amazon, and I know that they usually make you pay for it, but I'm sure somebody gonna pick it up because I know everybody gonna want to watch it.
Oh yeah, most definitely for sure.
Shogun
Um
80. Oh, they got the DVDs. They don't got it on streaming.
I'm surprised they got it on DVD, child. Uh
They're on DVD and Blu-ray.
oh,
Yeah, I don't see it on streaming. I cannot find it. Yeah, I see DVD and VHS.
it's so old. Look, it's
You
so
know
old
how
it didn't
old
make
you're
the
right.
stream. Look,
They
so
talking
it didn't make it to stream, y'all. For real.
not VHS, baby. Oh wow. But yeah,
All
I'm gonna
right,
try to
there.
find it. But they do have a couple of everybody's coming out with, comparing 1980 to 2024. So you can kind of look at those type of things on YouTube and stuff like that.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
they will
y'all
break
let
it
us
all the way
know. Were
down.
you satisfied? Yes. No, you weren't satisfied. You wanted more.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, y'all.
Yeah, like give us how you feel, because I want to get a gauge on people.
Do
Let me
you
see.
want a season
I did.
2
I posted a
of this
poll.
war?
I posted a poll on Twitter. So, okay, so what say you? Did Shogun stick the landing? 56% say yes. 7% say no. 28% said they wanted more. And 7% said it could have been better. And this is out of
Dang.
28 votes. 28 votes in one day.
Oh, okay. So
So yes, they stuck the landing, and yes, people wanted more. Just like you wanted a season 2, so you wanted more. You
or at
wanted,
least a special episode of the war episode a month later. I want to see.
yeah, because it did happen.
It
Something did
happened.
happen.
It had
So
to happen. I
I
mean,
mean, I
I want to
wouldn't be
see
mad.
who survived. Who
Right,
didn't?
right. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Kudos to everybody. Um, oh, what's that guy name? Here, not here,
All
Monster.
right. Furry Prophet said I think the series closed in a way that left you wanting more, but in a good way. Kind of the way that delicious dessert always is a few scoops too short.
Yes. So yeah,
Yes.
shout out to um I'm going to butcher these names, but Anna Sawai. I know I can say Mariko's name. Anna Sawai. She is a beautiful girl. Hurry Yuki Sanada. That is Toranaga. Um, the guy that played Ishido, I thought he did a really good
Yeah, I just
job.
say Sonata.
Takuro Hira. Um, the dude that played Yabushige, Tanobu Asano, and I guess
Girl, I can believe
Cosmo
you trying to pronounce
Jarvis,
these words, these names.
Blackthorne, Cosmo Jarvis. I guess if y'all want to give him a little something, you can give him a little something.
She not feeling John. She
But
not
you know, the
feeling
one
John, y'all. I'm
one
sorry.
good thing that I can say, I don't think that they played the white savior with him, and I appreciate that.
Oh no,
Um, I felt like it
he was a
could have
pawn. He was
been,
no savior.
and I felt like it could have been, but I felt like they did it in such a subtle way that they, like, when they kind of propped
Hmm.
him up a little bit and then they brought him back down. You know what I'm saying? So like the same thing, but they did the same thing to Toranaga. Like they built him up and then they brought him back down. So
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think that they really did a whole and y'all know that Toranaga played in um Mortal Kombat. That opening
Oh
scene,
yes.
he was the lead character in the
He was
opening
the
scene.
father.
Yes,
He was
and
the father
that
of the
opening
kid.
scene was so good. I say if the movie had just followed that, it would have been perfect. But it veered off into something strange or whatever. But whatever. But I thought it really was a strong
Well, they
opening.
got to get to the, they got to get to the action.
So yeah, all the
Yeah,
finish him.
finish him.
Oh, Yabashige
Yes.
is in the MCU. Okay, okay. Hold on, let me see what he in.
Wait,
Was he?
MCU. Wait, hold on. Let me
Oh,
think.
he was
Was
in
he in
Thor. He was in Thor 1 and
Thor?
Thor 3.
I was about to
And
say the other movie.
he was in Mortal Kombat too. So him
Yeah, I
and
think I remember him Mortal Kombat.
okay.
Yeah,
I hope we see him in
yeah,
more things because I thought he knocked it out the park with this particular portrayal.
yeah, same. Okay, we had another comment from Prophet. The movie, I guess, Last Samurai with Tom Cruise was implied to be a white savior movie, but if you can
I
pay
agree.
attention to the story, he saved no one. The peace he found in Japan saved him. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yes.
are so right.
I feel like they kind of followed that same formula here too.
Formula. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
another one. And he said, I think Blackthorne's character arc is similar. He find
Hmm.
purpose in his new play. Oh yes, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Definitely for
And
sure.
not for nothing, I think Mariko was a very pivotal part in that. Like,
Oh,
even though he had children in
instrumental.
England, you know what I'm saying? But the people that he was attached to, they wasn't messing with him no more. He found
Right.
more of the he just found more of this culture, and this culture really saved him. And so, it put him in the best place. So
Yeah, literally and
I
figuratively.
honestly
Yeah.
might want to be a little curious of what he might have did after this, but just a little, just
A little bit.
yeah.
Oh geez.
But yeah, we've been on here for an hour and
Oh
22
yeah.
minutes, y'all. Y'all make
We've
sure
been
y'all
on for
are
I went
liking
to two.
the video, subscribing to the channel.
Please like
Oh
the video.
yes, leave a comment down below. Um, the series overall rated 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, one being the lowest. The series overall and this episode. And also too, I remember y'all remember I said y'all wanted more, all of those things. Give
I'll
us
give this
all those things
episode
down.
rate the episode, y'all. So let us know in the comments what you rate this episode and the whole series as a
Yeah,
whole. So
I thought it was expertly crafted. Like the
so
script,
the episode I give it a 9. Series I give it a
the series
9 point.
I give it a 9.75.
I was gonna say I give it like a 9.5. So
Yeah,
as a
9.7.
whole.
Yeah, as a whole. Like I said, I could, we could have did the battle and all that stuff, but I think they tied up a lot. Like they set up a lot and they paid off a lot. I don't feel like we had too many loose strings, loose ends that really didn't matter in the big scheme of things. I think I just wanted to know about Seiki just because I wanted to know was there going to be some consequences for
Right.
turning against your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like one of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
type. So yeah, so that's kind of like where I am with that. But I felt like they really paid off the important things. So I'm at peace with it. I love it. I would recommend it. I still recommend it. People like I can't get
I still
into it.
recommend it.
I said, turn off your goddamn phone and watch the damn TV. Then you can get into it because it's the subtitles, and you
No,
not gonna get it
they
unless
you really got to pay attention.
yes. So
Tunnel
that's
vision. Okay.
all I'm telling people. I'm like, you have to stop being distracted. You have to get and set aside time to watch the show. It's
Yeah,
not
because
that
it's
hard.
really good. I mean, if you like Game of Thrones, you will like this time period piece. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's all we have, you guys. So let us know your ratings of this episode and this whole series as a whole. And let us know if any of your theories came true. Uh came to the future. Unlike Nita, who think Toranaga had a
Listen,
baby with
look,
Ochuba,
I'm
a
a Game of
secret love
Thrones
child.
girl.
A secret love child.
I'm a Game of Thrones girl. Like I think it's going down. So I'm looking at all different angles.
She
Like
try to make things scandalous.
yes, yes, come on, drama. That's what we trying to do.
Yeah, so make sure you let us know your thoughts on that, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you were entertained by our
Yeah,
recap review of this whole series. And
we covered the whole series, y'all. Make sure you click the playlist, look at all of
yes,
them, all that good stuff.
all right, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.